Good morning, people. Good morning, my good people. We're back to regular scheduled programming where we just chill and ride and go to work, and life is good and merry. And look at this shit. It is spring 2015 and we are cruising. We are motherfucking cruising. We are good. We are back in stack, back on the business. So anyway, look at this. 7:30 in the morning on a Monday and I'm singing songs because motorcycles make everything motherfucking better. Motherfucking best. So we are chilling. It's about 41 degrees right now and it feels pretty good. Doesn't feel so bad at all. It feels kind of warm and lovely. Even stuck behind these trucks, I don't mind. There seems to be some sort of traffic on BQE that we're about to take, which is just kind of odd, but you know, I don't particularly want a lane split in the freaking wetness and dirtiness, but we'll see. As far as topics go for today, man, so many and so few. It's weird. The city smells like, well, the city. I'm behind a huge truck, but it smells like really sour and stinky. And this chick is talking on the phone. Very cool. Very cool. Nothing like driving and talking. I would never drive and talk to someone like I am doing now. Come on. For the love of sweetness, let me get out. Here we go. There we go. We're back in the familiar territory. People know us. Chilling. We are chilling. The wetness is nice and dirty, but you know, these things happen. It literally just rained a second ago and I was all concerned like I'm supposed to be going to work and look at this wetness. Sorry, I'm being a little quiet because it is extremely shitty out. It's extremely shitty out. So, now that the introduction and quiet part is done with, I can talk to you fine folks. So, one of the things I've really been obsessing over the last couple weeks are these podcasts. And I don't know if you guys listen to podcasts, but essentially it's, you know, like a spoken word radio show, I guess, or it could be music. Oh, my ass is exposed and it's getting wet. But could be music, could be anything, but it's basically about history, and it's called Dan Carlin's Hardcore History, and it's actually pretty fucking cool. It's actually really cool, and it's like my friend put me onto it, Dan Carlin Hardcore History, and it's about Mongols. Like the first series I listened to was about Mongols, the Genghis Khan. And the second one was about World War I. And this third one that I'm listening to now, that I'm almost done with, is about World War II. And I never thought I would care that much about like history, because I mean I studied it back in Russia in America, and I feel like I know my history pretty well, but you'd be surprised how cool a lot of the shit is. Man, I'm behind this truck and it's spraying me with shit. What are you gonna do? But yeah, this like history podcast, I've been nerding out. I've been like talking to people about it. I've been like teaching people things about like World War I, II, and Genghis Khan. I've been like a history snob. I'm just like, well, actually, in 1917, during the Russian Revolution, blah 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 blah. So it's really cool. So I really recommend it. Dan Carlin's Hardcore History. And I know it sounds like, dude, what are you talking about? Stick to talking about motorcycles and video games. Believe me, brothers and sisters, this podcast is the shit. I wish that's how the history was taught, like, back in school. So that was really cool. I recommend it. I could talk about it for hours. I could tell you all about it right now, but World War II and I were fucking brutal. Humans are so mean to each other and so violent and sick. It's like, can't believe that shit happened in the recent century. You would think that it's some barbaric, like, medieval shit, done by kings and, in weird torture dungeons. Not like, I'm not even talking about concentration camps. I'm just talking about soldiers killing other soldiers and just death everywhere. I really recommend listening to it. You'd learn a lot. But another thing I want to talk about is this tail chop. So I was really eager to chop the tail of my motorcycle, like, as soon as I got it, because I like the look of that, and I did it. I didn't really think about what it means, and guess what? It's shit. I mean, I love it. I love the look still, but as far as actual helpfulness from the rain and the dirt, no, not so much. I literally have to, it's disgusting. Like yesterday it was wet and sloppy and sloshy and shitty outside, and I cleaned my bike from the winter. I didn't really wash it that thoroughly, but I cleaned it up. But by the time I came back, besides the fact that my whole back was wet and muddy, my whole bike was filthy, because guess what? Tail chop off the fender, and now my bike is a fucking dirt and water spitting machine. So these things happen. These things happen. But what are you gonna do? Not too much. Not too much. So, will I get like a removable fender and put it on my bike? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Look at the popo. New York City courts. They need a cop car to do what with? Spend money with. That's cool. Police van. Chillin'. And we are back in Dumbo. Back in the hood. Like we never left.